In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the companies that I follow for many years. They do some amazing designs with upcycled denim. So the first company I want to talk about is called Fade Out Label from Berlin. They are a German company. They make these cool unisex clothing. It's all very street style, very relaxed, very urban style. Very very Berlin, really. I love some of the designs they've got. I love the skirts that they make and the jackets, and there's a few super cool bags they make as well. So I think I followed them for quite a long time, so I've seen them. It is a very old label doing upcycling. It's very interesting, the stuff that they do with denim. It's a little bit, it's a street style, but it's a bit more upmarket. It's not something that somebody just cut and then just go ahead. And I think the design is quite beautiful. So check them out. They're called fadeoutlabel.com. The second company is called Greg Lauren. They do men's and women's, but also with a unisex. It's almost all of the brands I've looked at have this kind of unisex look about them, and I think it's probably how the fashion world is moving towards. It's moving towards more a more relaxed and unisex look. What I like from this brand is that their pieces are really high end, beautifully made, but they are made literally with waste. There's a couple of videos in their website, and you can see the process they do. They go from tents and other products like army tents kind of thing, and then they go through making things from them. So they make all garments from there, and from there they all the scraps get cut and made into fabric again, and then there's a bolt of roll that is remade, and from there they cut new garments. And I think the fact that they show the process like that is really good, because people can see that there's value to these products, there's value to these materials that we just throw away. So they call Greg Lauren. The next company is called Awake Mode from London. They have a very avant-garde style to their collections, very high-end. They do have an upcycled denim section. I really particularly like the way they've done their patchwork. This is something that I'm always looking forward to see, because I am not one of those people that can make like straight lines and put everything perfect in a perfect quilt type of way. No, I like a bit of a mismatch, a little bit of a crazy, not quite straight, not quite what you expect to see. So they have this circle cut dress. I think they play with the color of the denim, like the front or the back, or different color denim jeans. I also like the shape of some of the jeans they've done. It's very interesting brand. Awake Mode from London. So the next company I want to talk about is called Maje from France. They're not particularly just an upcycling company, but they have done a collection called Rework Denim Collection. And I want to put them in here because I really love the way they've used the upcycle denim. They make like a more sophisticated and clean cut clothing. This is mostly a women's collection. They have really cool skirts and pants and dresses. Basically what they're showing in here is that it doesn't really matter what the cloth is. So you could buy a very expensive cloth from whatever mill or shop or whatever, and you can make this high-end product. But you could do exactly the same thing with a cloth that you made out of waste, with a cloth that you have pinned together. So this collection, I'm going to put a link to an article about this collection, which is very interesting. And it shows just that, how clean cut you can make fabric that you have worked, you have made already out of waste. So this is called Maje.com. So I've been subliminally doing a shameless plug of my tote bag. I made this video in January and I've been using this bag since. So it's a little bit, it needs a refresher. Maybe when I put it in the washing machine, I can make myself a new bag. The next company I want to talk about is Dolce and Gabbana. I'm smiling because it is a weird company to include in this collection, but I I picked them up as an example of well-established fashion brands that have been running for decades that are now producing some kind of niche collections where they're using upcycled materials. I'm not saying they're copying smaller upcyclers and designers that use upcycling or remade materials, but what I'm saying is it looks really interesting how they seem to be having a finger in the pulse of what is going on with the smaller designers. I'm going to put a pictures of a bomber jacket made by Dolce and Gabbana. It's a beautiful denim upcycled. You can see patches made out of old jeans, the back of the jeans, with the pockets ripped off, and it's just the patchwork they've done. The fabric they've created is stunning. It's beautiful, beautifully made. But it's just a reminiscence of what smaller upcycle companies are doing. I just thought it was an interesting point to point out. The next company I want to talk about is Care for Us. This is a lady who runs it from Sweden. I talk to her sometimes on Instagram because she put in her stories, she put some of the mess that she has in her studio, and it always makes me giggle because it is very messy, and I love it because it is so much worse than my mess. I'm sure that she doesn't mind me saying. But the reason why I include her here is because she really works denim. I love the way she changes the colors, pick up all the colors of all the different denims, the way she does the patchwork. She's been doing this for quite a long time. And in one of the conversations I had with her, she said that sometimes she's just walking around in the streets and literally find denim on the floor. They have, like here in the Netherlands, they have recycled bins, but sometimes for textiles, but sometimes they are overflown, and so people just drop them outside, and she just picks them up, washes them, and uses them, and it's literally trash from the floor, which I have seen in here too. But to see what she does with them, the bags that she makes, and that is quite interesting. I absolutely love her stuff, and so I wanted to include her here. The next company I want to talk about is a YouTuber called Blueprint DIY. I'm sure that if you're watching this video, it's because you're interested in upcycled denim, and well, she's the queen of upcycling. I've started following her when she had only a handful of thousands of followers, and now she's on 371,000, which makes me think there is a lot of people interested in this. She makes a very agey, quite beautiful designs. I really like she goes on thrifts and then cuts and chops and blazers and denim and jeans and whatnot. She has done it all. She's the queen. I'm sure you don't need an introduction to her. I actually think she now has a brand of her own. She's selling her own makes, which I think is fantastic. More power to her. I hope she does very well. Blueprint DIY here on YouTube. So the next company is called Sophia Lener. She's from Peru. This company is a very interesting one for me because they are one of the most transparent in terms of their business practices. They talk about sustainability, who are they employing, the process of making things. I'm struggling to choose which pictures to put in the video because I almost like everything she does. They create pieces by knitting, by sewing, by dyeing their own fabrics. They have an extensive collections, different collections, all with the same kind of worked denim. Her tote bags are super cute with like a square checkers patchwork of the two-tone of denim. There is a collection called Vertigo, and it's talking about the way they felt when COVID-19 came. Make a reference to the movie from Alfred Hitchcock. And if you look at the pieces, that you can understand the feeling that she's talking about. I find the way they rework the denim really inspiring. Sophia Lener, really beautiful designs. So I also wanted to talk about a company that I discovered personally not long ago in Instagram called Showy Threads. They seem to be only just starting. I've read in her Instagram that she says that she's been running the business for a long time, but now finally she can show what she's doing. She hasn't got many products out there yet, but there's quite a few little reels of her process. And I want to include her here because I can see what she's doing, and it is literally using the tiniest little piece of denim to create, and in this case, one of them here is like a vest. And it is quite sophisticated vest and has so many components, so many smaller pieces of patchwork. And again, the sort of patchwork that I like, nothing really quite straight, nothing really quite as you expect. Her website seems to be waiting to happen. So I hope that when it does come out, it will be something really interesting. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you find some people that you haven't seen before. I hope your head is full of inspiring ideas, and you crack on to do something with all that denim that I know you have in your wardrobes. Please do all the YouTube thingies, subscribe, like, on all things. But more importantly, just watch another of my videos. That would really help me. Thank you. Until next time. Bye.